What is up, everyone? Blastforce Gamer here with another video. Sorry, I'm trying to make my words a little bit clearer by being a little bit louder. So, in the last episode of this game, we did quite a bit, and I had to split it up into two parts. Now this time, it's not going to have to go in two parts, but it's just going to be in one. So I hope you guys are ready. Let me just get everything fully prepared, and then let us start. I'm gonna go with the manual save data because it's for a minute in. Yes, we found the body at 1 p.m. Sorry. Wow, I made it sound very wrong. I mean, you thought you found the body at 1 p.m. It was 1 p.m. for certain, huh? Well, in case you didn't watch last episode, or at least the second half, we proved them wrong with Cindy's autopsy report. He remember that the time of the murder was 1 o'clock, when it was actually 4 to 5 p.m. So, we're going to question him about that. Oh boy, here comes that music. When this music comes on, you know that you've got a good lead. The autopsy notes the time of the death sometime after 4. No, there's no body, no body to find at 1 o'clock p.m. Oh, Phoenix coming in with the jokes. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? I know, you're the murderer. And he can't even reply. That's how good I am at games. Not really. My god, that's so loud. Merely forgot the time, huh? Well, that's weird, Your Honor. I also find that a little bit hard to believe. Well, that certainly is a good question, I have to say. I did put him on the spot, didn't I? Because I'm a genius. Alright, seems simple enough. Of course, blah blah blah. They're lying, of course, so expose the lies. Can you give your testimony again? Well, time to find another lie. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. Okay. From the television, if you look back in the court record, there was a blackout from noon to 6, which, for any of you doubting that wouldn't have fit the autopsy right here says 4 to 5. So rather, he has no excuse for this. 3 hours off, wasn't it? Actually, I think the TV was correct. Or rather, you're wrong. Okay. Oh, don't worry, you'll be terribly sorry about the next misunderstanding. Yes. Yes, I do. When you found the body, you heard the time. Okay. We're saying the time, probably from the television. This is where we present the blackout record. hold it right there. That there was a black cat at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. Yeah, you definitely couldn't have heard it. Girl, well, irk. Of course we have a point, Your Honor. We always do. He apparently has no explanation. He finds it quite puzzling himself. Quite. Oh, really? I think we're getting closer and closer to solving this case. Oh, really? What do you remember? Pretty sure it's just a lie, anyway. Yeah, you're losing your credibility pretty fast. See, even the judge admits it. Even he's on my side. I mean, well, that's nothing you really should pick on. He does seem a bit distraught, but we don't really know whether or not it's, like, his fault. Anyway. Okay, let's move on. The shock of finding the body. Okay, let's hear the testimony one more time. I bet there's gonna be another lie. You didn't hear the time, you saw it. There was a table clock. You, sir, are very wrong. And I'll tell you why. The murder weapon the killer used it to hit the victim. The table clock. Sir, this is a statue. Sorry, this is a statue. There is no way this is a clock. Okay, we know where the contradiction is, so... You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Judge, do you have no brains at all? Here comes the next objection. He's looking pretty nervous. I mean, I would be. Yeah, you saw it? Table clock in the apartment. Now, let us present the statue. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna do it the special way. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. For any of you who are wondering, if you were to choose the next slide, you also would have the same answer. There are certain times when multiple points in the witness's testimony will lead to the same place. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? He's got a point. You with your objections and evidence. Just who do you think you are? A lawyer, sir. I'm a lawyer. Just answer the question, Mr.Sahwit. You saw it? Sorry. That's a clock. Here comes the prosecution. Your Honor, if I may. Sorry. We have to give him like a nerdy voice because he has like that squeaky voice, like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, he has that really squeaky objection voice. As you in this stated, the statue is the clock. Okay, that sounds so derpy. That sounds so derpy, I should just choose to just leave my own voice there. The neck is a switch. You tilt it and it says the time. And it doesn't look like a clock, but I submit it as a statue, of course. Of course this happens. I see. I guess, well, I wouldn't really say it's a table clock, more of a statue clock, but whatever the judge says. Here's that witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Of course we're gonna say yes. There's always a problem with testimonies. Gaping hole in the witness's testimony. He could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold in his hand, meaning that he went into the apartment, therefore he didn't just peek in, like he said. That he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. You got a point there, Phoenix. Indeed. Witness knew it was a clock because he... Of course he knew the victim. What do you think? I'm an idiot? I'm just kidding. He went into the apartment. If he knew the victim, that wouldn't make any sense. Rather, went into the apartment is the better choice. Went into the apartment the day of the murder. Prove that you went there. Sure, I'll prove it. I can prove that you're the one who killed her. Exactly. Struck her with the clock and triggered Clock's voice. That was the sound you heard, man. You can't escape it. The sound that you heard. Oh, I just like how poorly animated those people are. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Why did I say it with so much... whatever. Mr. Saw It. You definitely didn't see it. You committed it. Mr. Saw It, more like Mr. Committed it. Thank you, I'll be here all night. Must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind, burned to the ground. Yeah, see, look at his eyes. You can tell that's the face of a murderer. Oh, jeez, that's the voice of an old man past his time. There, I said it. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Well, I have proof, sir, to make it unbaseless. Just look at the witness's face. Let's see. Oh yeah, that face. That's the guilty face, everyone. Say hello to the guilty face. This is the face of someone who's done a crime. Guilty face. Witness, care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with a clock? That day, See, once again, it's that weird dot thing. Like, everything's perfectly fine on the top. On the middle row, everything's fine. Here's where something weird happens. Not only are those first two dots, like on the bottom row, very unspaced, but the eye is exactly right next to the dot. That is some weird mistakes they made while making this game. Look, the clock, I heard, no, what? Oh my god, he's throwing his hair at me. That's the face of a disgusted man. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. You saw him. Oh my god, that's pretty brutal, saying that you should burn and give him death. Maybe you should burn and maybe you should get death. I'm just joking, but that's still pretty brutal. A moment, please. Isn't shredded evidence supporting defense's claim. Ooh, that's a big burn, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yeah, of course we do. Yes, Your Honor. It's definitely this clock. That was clear if you simply... Oh, you have to simply ask the neighbors. Why would you ask the neighbors? The clock's batteries have nothing to do with it if you have to twist it to check the clock. So you have to try sounding the clock, of course. May you have the clock? Sure can. Listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Yeah, strange way to announce the time. Sure it is. He is the thinker, after all. Huh, bad joke. So we heard the... What are your conclusions? Well, he thinks, 'cause he's the thinker. Ugh. What have I done? Anyway, let's continue. Can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. How coincidental. Or dental, whatever. 11:25, but the thinker said it's 8:25. Ack indeed. Acne. Okay, I'm done. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr.Sahwit heard and the actual time of death. Precisely. So Mr.Sahwit. Ooh, just try to talk your way out of this one. You can't. Alright. You forgot one thing. What thing did I forget? I know it all. Yeah, what is he talking about? And how much sweat are you causing? My god, do you know how much water you're losing in your body? I'm just gonna wait here and see if you can get dehydrated from that. Okay, it doesn't work. Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. Ooh, how am I going to prove that? Maybe I could check the court record. I know how. Frank saw it. That's how we'll... Oh. I don't like that comparison. Winston Payne. Remember that pun I was talking about last episode? This is the pun. Wince in pain. Anyway, let's continue. Can't prove that. You don't have a case. Well, I have a bunch of cases. I'll have you know that I have a case for my 3DS. I have a case for my phone. I have a case for my Beats. I have a case to put you in jail. I don't know. See, that's proper. Yet there are certain times when it becomes improper. I just don't get that. You were so close. But let's not throw it in the bag. We do like the evidence, we know that. Okay, that's a problem. Why again with the weirdly spaced periods and then an exclamation mark next to a period? That is some poor grammar there, Phoenix. I can't indict the witness. No! Unfortunately, this case is closed. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You became ugly. Well, you were ugly from the start, but you became even uglier. Oh, I was gonna say you became ugly, but you being treated as a criminal works just as well with me. Oh, really? We're all slime? Well, you're all bald. I almost had him. You almost had him. Sorry, Larry. Looks like your butt's going. Oh, I gotta say that again. Looks like your butts are going to jail. There's nothing I can do about butts. Not so fast, Mr.Sahwit. Here comes Mia with the grand slam. I don't even know what I said there. Don't even question. So much suspense. Mia, I mean, Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Oh, you just have to think. It's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. You're sounding a little bit uncertain yourself, Mia. Well, in a sense, it kind of does. Try thinking outside the box. Well, there is a carpet. There's a box. You just gotta open the box. You're already outside the box, man. Okay, let's assume it. But assumptions don't really mean the facts. Think through it. Wow, good advice. Thanks for helping me out, Mia. Best chief ever. You're totally a help. Why the clock was 3 hours slow? Why, there's obviously something in the court record. It's obviously because of my attorney's badge. I would not be a defense attorney without this. Not the autopsy. Not this. Not the Tinker Bell. Look. The victim apparently arrived from Paris. Keep in mind that Paris is on the other side of the world because this is supposedly, this is supposed to be in California like LA, but I question that. Anyway, we know why, so forget the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Oh my god. Is that the only reason why they had right? So that someone would say, right. Right. That sounds like a weird dog. A weird dog barking. Right. Can you think of a reason why the clock was 3 hours slow? Of course I can't. That's why I chose no. Wait. Sorry if you hear any noise in the background. I'm just trying to adjust my position. Maybe I can prove it. I must have evidence, right? Find it and let 'em have it. Get the home run. Alright, Judge. Prepare to be dazzled by this. Yes, of course we have. There's a piece of evidence that could prove my claim without a doubt. Look at that smug face. You know he's got it. Tough words. Let's see if you can pull this one off. Let's see if you can hide any more crap. This is it. This is it. Take that. Victim has returned from abroad the day of the murder. We all know the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Well, I'm pretty sure there's just one guy in the jury who doesn't know. So, pretty sure we all don't know. 4 o'clock p.m., 1 o'clock the next day there. Well, I would raise an objection except for the fact that that the statue doesn't say what time, whether it's PM or AM. He just, like, remember, he said, I think it's 8:25. So that's why. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset their clock since returning home. That makes sense. I think this trial has gone on for far too long. Seriously, it's gone on for far too long. Let's just finish this, and once the witness says that he's guilty by foaming in the mouth, we're going to end it off like right here. Order, I say. Order me some cheeseburgers. Well, this case has certainly turned out different than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client? Of course he's been arrested because we won. You see, like I said, this case was pretty easy. He made, to kind of sum up everything, he made up an excuse about it was 1 o'clock. Autopsy, easy. He said that he heard it from the television. Blackout, that was easy. Said it was a table clock. Statue. Prove it was 3 hours fast. 3 hours slow, sorry. Passport. Proved 9 hours fast. So, this is pretty easy. But of course, this is the tip of the iceberg. These cases will only get harder and harder as we go through the franchises and the cases in this game. Yeah, of course I'm impressed. Anyway, I'm gonna try and complete it. I'm gonna try and get through this useless monologue, and then I'll save here. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. We won our first case. Here comes the confetti. And with that, the court is adjourned. Now, I'm going to end this off right here. Okay. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.